We're here today with CARW annual sponsors, Travis Peterson and Jeff Stone from Kapur. We're grateful for their partnership and we're excited to learn a little bit more about their company. So let's start with you, Jeff. Jeff, tell me about yourself and tell me about Kapur.
It's kind of interesting. My background is local government and state government. I've served on a city council in Greenfield and also in the state legislature for about 15 years. And then I was a utility regulator at the Public Service Commission before I came over to Kapur. And it's kind of interesting when you find out about Kapur, because even with those roles that I played, I really didn't know that much about Kapur. It's kind of a quiet company. And what I learned after coming here, it was really amazing to me to find out that much more about the organization. For example, it's been a top workplace winner from the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel for 11 years in a row. We've also been the best place to work for the Business Journal for a number of years. We're one of the top 500 engineering firms in the country, according to Engineering News Record, and also one of the top 50 in the Midwest. And, you know, the people here work here because they like the work they do. They love working here and they like working with great clients. And so it's a really neat organization. And we also have been, you know, because of that, we've gotten a lot of awards that people might know. Hopefully they know about the CARW Development Awards. We got one of those this year for the River One development with Michaels. And we've also been involved with the Deer District, with the Zund America headquarters. We got an award, part of a project award for that. We've been one of the Best in Show project awards for the Bucks Entertainment block. So, you know, it's a company that has great people doing great work for really great clients. So we enjoyed a lot here.
Can you talk a little bit more about the specific work? You're a surveying engineering company, and then what makes Kapur unique?
Well, that's one of the things that really makes us unique is the wide array of services that we offer. We do, people may see us, one of the things Travis and I have talked about, a lot of times when you ask people about Kapur, they say, yeah, I see your trucks out there on the highway. And a lot of times that's our survey teams out there working. And that's probably one of the things that's most visible. We have one of the largest survey and one of the best survey organizations in the Midwest. So we do work on interstate projects, local highways. So a lot of times you'll see our teams out there on those. But we also have a lot of work that we do with utilities, experience with whether it's water, stormwater, sanitary sewers. We do work with electric utilities. We have a big team that works in the electric utility industry. But then we also do the site development work that a lot of our friends at CARW are involved with. And also kind of part of that, and a really unique element, is our environmental services. And that's something that Travis knows a lot more about.
No, that's a perfect segue. So moving to you, Travis, tell us a little bit about yourself and then some more detail about those environmental services.
Well, I've been with Kapur for 18 years, and our environmental group is a smaller group within, obviously, an engineering firm, which Kapur is known for. However, there isn't a project I don't believe we have not been involved with that from any scale doesn't hinder us from being able to perform and help out our clients, all the way from very small assessment work for realtors in transactions, all the way up to brownfield redevelopment projects.
Can you go a little bit deeper there and talk about what might be unique about those services that you offer?
Well, one of them goes hand in hand with what Jeff mentioned previously about us being kind of the quiet company. With being a department and not so much a strictly an environmental firm, one of our very positive feedbacks we get is that we have a very prompt response to our clients. We don't get a call and say, well, we're out 3 to 6 weeks. I mean, if we get a call, we can do a quick a response to a project site. If they come across a tank or some kind of contaminated soil or whatnot, we can be down there right away. Quick response for these projects. I think one of the most unique characteristics or features that Kapur, as far as the environmental side offers, is along the lines of we get contacted for independent reviews of other environmental work, and we look at that and we review what has been recommended by others or what may be the situation at hand. And quite frequently, we can provide an alternate method or an opinion to help the project or the real estate transaction progress maybe faster, but certainly more often than not at a more cost-effective, in a cost-effective manner.
So you're a real partner with your clients, and as a local company that does work statewide, nationally, you can really bring that to the table is what I'm hearing. So as a partner, can you talk a little bit about some of the challenges that you've had in 2020? Let's go to Travis first.
Well, for us as a partner, and especially obviously with CARW, the biggest challenge I noticed is not being able to have so many of those wonderful events that you can just have that interaction with, that personal interaction, being within close proximity, more than 6 feet apart kind of thing. Obviously with the pandemic, it certainly put a hindrance on that. The virtual offers that are out there, they're great, but you just don't have that. And so much of what Kapur is about is that personal interaction. We give that personal touch in our projects. We like to be able to relate to clients or potential clients so much better. And to do that, it's kind of a face-to-face, approach where you get to feel them, hear them, see them, how they react. And that is what was the greatest challenge, at least for me and for our department, because so much of our business comes from that personal interaction.
Jeff, how about you? What was the greatest challenge in 2020? And then I'm going to ask you about the opportunities for 2021.
Sure. And, in 2020, we had to go virtual on a dime. All of a sudden, what we had done, as Travis said, where we meet face-to-face, connect with people, we had to start doing that through whether it's Teams meetings or other ways. We had to find those ways to connect and stay connected in an environment where it's much more challenging. We also had new staff coming on board. How do you get them up to speed, get them integrated when they can't have those types of connections? It was a pretty topsy-turvy world. There was a lot of juggling of schedules, depending upon what was going on with clients. And we were, one of those, like everybody, we were one of those industries that had to keep going through all of this. And I think we did a great job, but it was an interesting year in that way. As far as what we see going ahead, looking to the future, Tracy, I think that we're going to have to evolve and react quickly. I think there's going to be a lot of change this year. We've got, obviously changes in the administration in Washington, D.C. I think there might be new focuses there, whether it's around energy. We may see some other incentives as far as transportation, which is a big area for our company. So I think that, those are going to be challenges, but in all those challenges, there's opportunities. And we've also got, I think, a lot stronger at virtual collaboration across our many offices and our state lines and regions. So I think we're in those things. I think we're going to be working together even better as a company in the future. So that's the opportunity that I think we're going to take advantage of.
Great. And a final question for you about the one thing that we should remember about Kapur. I
think what is really special about Kapur is, the different levels that we work on projects, whether, like I say, we have a lot of involvement with state departments, the top leadership across our state, as well as local governments. We're very keenly connected with local governments. We have dealings with the private sector developers and with utility companies. So we bring all of those connections and relationships to the work we do. And we think we're kind of unique. We're working on projects, transportation projects with some of the biggest consulting engineering companies in the world, but we're based right here in Wisconsin. We have those connections and those relationships locally that are unique and we think add a lot of value to every project that we do. So that's what I hope people remember about Kapur.
Great. Thank you so much, Travis, Jeff, and Kapur. Thank you again for your commitment to our industry and to your support of our organization.